Good morning. Bon dia. It is a beautiful day. It's actually a pretty gloomy day, but nonetheless a beautiful day. And it's that time of the week where we make our weekly bone broth. I've been dying to make this bone broth because, well, we're almost done in our household. And this week I'm also going to be making a bone broth that we're going to be sharing with Fig. So it's not going to contain any garlic or any onion, so it's not going to be toxic to dogs. So if you are like us and like sharing your bone broth with your fur babies, this recipe's for you. Now, if you don't plan on sharing it with any fur babies, that's all right too. You can go ahead and add any ingredients you feel like it, and that's the beauty of bone broth. You can make it all yours, or you can make it for your family to share. So it's really up to you how you want to make your bone broth. But I'm going to walk you through how we make it in our household and how it tastes so delicious. I keep going back to this recipe every single week because it is that delicious. It's deep, it's rich, it's full of collagen and amino acids, so it really is the perfect thing to have first thing in the morning. Just put our last batch in the microwave so I could have it this morning. It's probably one of my favorite rituals is to have bone broth early in the morning. Pretty much as soon as you wake up, you awake your metabolism, you get your digestive system going, you have a little bit of protein in the morning and lots of collagen. And if you've been following me, you know that I am 31, so collagen for me is a priority. Let's get to it. I have all of my ingredients laid out on my stove ready to go. Now this week we're going to be working with some celery, carrots, and this is really for taste. And then for our meat, we're going to do about 2.5 pounds of chicken feet that we picked up from the farmer's market and about 2 pounds of chicken back. Simple, easy. Let me break this down for you guys and how we're going to do this first. I personally have been loving roasting my meats before I throw it into the pot. I feel like it makes the depth of the flavor so much deeper and richer. It also gets rid of a lot of the gunk that people don't like and have to kind of remove as you go along. So I started to preheat my oven to 350, almost there. So while that's going, I'm gonna go ahead and start chopping up my vegetables and prepping my baking sheets so that our meat can go in and have a nice roast. A little bit of olive oil to our meats here. This is gonna just help it roast nice and golden. So our meats are ready. Let's put this to the side, and now let's prep our vegetables. And we're gonna do pretty much the same thing here. I'm just gonna give these a quick wash and cut them so that they just fit into my baking sheet here. Okay, our veggies are washed. Now I'm gonna cut them a little bit more just so that they fit in our baking sheet nicely. And same thing, I'm gonna drizzle some olive oil. And then we're gonna throw this in our oven. Easy peasy. Vegetables and our protein is done roasting. Ooh. I'm gonna get everything out of here. Look at that. And then we're going to transfer everything into our large pot. Now we're going to be using this pot that is such an easy pot to use because it has a built-in strainer. So it's going to make our lives a lot easier, prevent burns. So now we're going to move all of our vegetables inside our big pot, and then we're going to fill it until it's covering all of our ingredients here. And that's when we'll season it and we'll make it your own. Really can't go wrong with seasoning here. I like to keep it simple because we drink this every morning and I don't like to have it too much. So I go light on salt, I put some peppers, I like to put turmeric for its anti-inflammatory properties. But if you have garlic, ginger, like feel free to just dump whatever you have in here. You can't go wrong with this. don't want to overcrowd my pot here, so I'm just going to put just a few of our roasted carrots, some roasted celery, and that is good for me, I think. Let me just put a little bit more actually. Now we have our water covering all of our ingredients. We're gonna go in with about 2 tablespoons, I'm gonna just eyeball it, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. And this is gonna help, especially with our chicken feet here, to really extract the minerals from those cartilage. In terms of seasoning, it's really up to you. Again, I like to keep it simple. We drink this every morning, so I'm just gonna add some black pepper, some turmeric powder. I love to add this for its anti-inflammatory properties. And then always add black pepper if you're gonna add turmeric. That's how it activates it. And then salt to taste. Just gonna give this a good mix so all of our seasoning is nice and blended. And then we're gonna turn up our heat until this reaches a boil. Now I'm gonna turn it up to high. Once it starts boiling, that's when I'm gonna come back and turn it down, so then it's a nice controlled simmer. And that's what it's looking like right now before we get any nice boiling going. Okay, we are boiling. So now I'm gonna turn the heat down so it's at a low simmer. I'm gonna leave it on 3. I think that's good. But now you want to watch it because now the water is going to start to evaporate even more. So as it evaporates, just go ahead and refill just so it covers all of your ingredients in the pot.